sex with someone 6 feet away cannot be easy. I can't see
Impossible?
how it's practical.
Maybe.
So yes, it's true that intimate relationships are there are
Likely
questions
to
around
suffer,
how they are
maybe?
supposed. Well, perhaps if you are with a trusted partner who is observing some of these things, you might feel a certain sense of safety if we are able to get to a point where we can do general testing. Not only for those who have symptoms, but if we get to a place where some of this 100 million can be spent on lots and lots of testing kits, so that Ghanaians can do general testing. You and your partner can go and get tested. And once you know that you don't have it, then you can, for that
in the meantime, before you come in the meantime, let me just inform you that we'll bring on the head of the Ghana Health Service. Some of these questions border on the medical, and it will be best for us to get the experts to deal with them well. So Dr. Patrick Abwaje will be joining us. If you have any more thorny issues to clear up, send them in on 0244340437. Winston, you wanted to come in before
because I was
we
just
go
going to say that, look, I'm talking about the fact that you could go and test. Yeah, you will test. But the fact that you are negative today doesn't mean you're negative tomorrow.
If you are negative at 10 o'clock, it doesn't mean you'll be negative at 12.
To be on a safer side, we talked about the soap this morning.
Yeah.
Take a good bath all the time. Make sure you adhere to all the
So yeah, really, I mean, you get home
as long as you haven't got it, because if you already got it, bathing will not cure you.
Will not.
And
so that's something
kissing will transmit it, no doubt. So let's get some advice from
in London, thanks guys. Steve in London says, Daniel, how can they close schools and allow nightclubs to operate? What about Agbogloshi, Mokola and Kaneshi markets?
Yeah, lots of people are talking about
the nightclub versus the church.
Yes, in fact, they are talking generally about the president's address. Some are asking, why 10 p.m.? So many parents woke up this morning not knowing that this announcement had been made. They may not have checked their phones. They'll just pack the kids into the car, drive them all the way to school, only to discover that schools are closed down or public gatherings, whatever. So the 10 p.m. time, I think that was the downside of it. That there are many people who would turn out not to know that this thing has
There's
happened.
also the fact that a lot of the rural areas outside of Accra, people are not aware. Like Seth was saying in Tamale, there have been some messages from Somanya, even from some parts of Kumasi, where people didn't hear the message, and so this morning are taking their children to school. So we need the schools to send out messages as well, so that people know not to take their children.
Now, the other problem is, now that you know, what do you do with your kids so you can go to school?
Because you can go to work.
You can go to work, thank you. So many parents have not planned for childcare. And if you don't belong to a large family, don't have a house help, or you don't have some automatic backup, plan, what do you do? Are you going to bring your kids to work? Are you not?
And if all parents are bringing their kids,
can you imagine?
Is it not the same risk?
It's the same thing. So
it's strange. And of course, we've already asked the question about the nightclubs. Why ban public gatherings but not ban nightclubs? When will we have the conversation about the economy and how all of this will affect the economy? You remember when we interviewed Kojo Oponkroma on Friday? I asked him this, and he said, well, any measures that need to be taken will be taken at the time. But this philosophy of it's not yet time, that's what has damaged many other countries. That's what has made this thing take countries by surprise. Look, let me share some numbers with you. In New York City, or the state of New York, in week 1, they had 2 cases. Week 2, 105. Week 3, 613. In Iran,
from 105 to 613 in 1 week.
Check out Iran.
It's an explosion.
In week 1, 2 cases. Week 2, 43. Week 3, 245. Week 4, 4,747. Week 5, 12,729. Let me end with Italy. Week 1, 3. 3 cases. Less than Ghana. Week 2, 152. Week 3, 1,036. Week 4, 6,362. Week 5, so this is between week 4 and week 5, from 6,362 to 21,157 in 1 week.
Very, very uncomfortable numbers.
So let's be clear that if we don't take action now, we'll regret in the future.
Which is why the president has announced the sweeping measures, which I've even gotten some messages just are not sweeping enough. Hi Daniel, can you educate people that those who sell food with their bare hands people should not buy. This means spreading the virus since they touch the money and the food with their bare hands. Interesting one there. So like I said earlier, we visited a number of hospitals. I'll start with mine. I visited the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. There's a new epidemic disease treatment center which is under construction, and I spoke with the director of public health there, Dr. Philipamo. Pardon the sound, you hear the sound of an excavator at the back. We were standing on the construction site and having that conversation. Listen.
Like negative. Right, so Kolebu has just moved its preparedness level to an emergency preparedness, and this means the number of steps that need to be taken. The first one is that all the departments across the hospital where patients are being kept now are dedicating rooms and places to be used to hold suspects for processing. Then if the person, the results come about 10-12 hours later to be positive, then the person will be moved to what we call the treatment bay here, which is also being worked on. That should be ready by tomorrow morning. They are working day and night, so by tomorrow morning that should be ready. About 4 rooms will be ready to hold and treat patients.
So 4 people at a time?
Yes, 4 rooms. Then what you are seeing here with the excavators working on the ground is the building of a new epidemic disease treatment center. That is a multi-purpose, a multi-prone building that will handle the cholera, H1N1 outbreak, that's influenza outbreaks, also handle this coronavirus, and any other Ebola, any other emergency that we may encounter in future. So this is a new epidemic disease treatment center being constructed in Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
When did it start? When is it expected to finish?
As you can see, it started yesterday, and as we've all heard, it's supposed to take maximum 1 month to be completed. So this will augment the facility available to the country as a whole for treatment. That is at Tema, at Ridge Hospital, and what we are doing here now.
What will the capacity be?
Certainly this should be about 50 bed capacity, and when the need arises, depending on the epidemic, could be more could be added. If it's air, then that's the maximum. But if it is things like cholera, you can increase the number.
So initially on Thursday night we heard of 2 cases. Now the number of cases has gone up to 6. We don't know how many people these persons have contacted. My question is, are we going fast enough?
Well, I would say the readiness of a country takes time, and the beginning of the readiness, the way you can start with a sprint, you can start slowly. Ghana decided to start slowly, so that's what we are seeing now. But the most important thing now, the preparedness have moved into acceleration phase, and now with the president coming out with $100 million CD equivalent to help give impetus to the preparation, that is what you are seeing now. It's not only Kolebu, other sites are also being prepared. But we are glad that our message has finally landed. Kolebu is the largest hospital in Ghana. It's the premier referral center. It has all the expertise. It's a natural power on this own. You don't need to go and train people too much. The expertise are all over. Look, they are doing national training and so on. About 80% of those leading there are from Kolebu. So normally, and that is the advice we give all, we will give everybody that when you don't have resources and you are supposed to tackle difficult things like such emergency, look for the natural strength and hang the intervention on. When you go to the forest like Akun, when they are doing the canopy, they don't hang it on small trees. You take the one that has natural. So nature teaches us lesson, but we prefer to go dot things around, But I'm glad that now we are coming back to our senses, and we know that once Korle Bu gets grinding and strong, you will see control over the epidemic, and we'll move forward, I believe.
The fear that some express is that it may be too little, too late.
No, we can also put it that better late than never. However, we are glad China held the fort for a long time until the epicenter moved from China, now is in Europe. We think that it will also move to America eventually before coming back down to Africa. We are blessed by the fact that we are in March, the hottest month of the year. So that by nature we are being helped and given more time to prepare. I believe that we work very hard so that when the cold season steps in, we would have been adequately prepared and well informed, to handle ourselves as a country.
And by referring to March as the hottest month of the year, you're referring to how you were telling us earlier, the viruses do not survive in very hot temperatures.
Yes, it's an envelope virus. So they are very sensitive to heat. They are very sensitive to alcohol, acid, and so on. So we believe now, looking at the epidemiology, the spread, the rate of spread, community spread, whole city spread, that the virus is being spread by an additional model called aerosol, where somebody coughs into the air, speaks into the air, releases the virus hangs in the air for another person to enter the space. So you from what's happening now, it looks like you don't need to meet anybody. That's it. The only thing is that you just breathe, and that's it. That's at Agbena level. So in that case, what is happening is the weather is humid and very hot. So survival in the ambient temperature, is helping and giving us time, so that hopefully by the time the cold month arrives, we will be able to be adequately more prepared than what we are having now. What you are seeing now, it appears, is the more imported cases. People carry it from somewhere here, and the fear is that when it becomes, locally transmitted, that is where we will have the major problem. And the weather, we pray, should continue helping us. Our surveillance system, contact tracing, the education, and the way the whole, Ghanaian community helps themselves by heeding to the advice we are giving them, cough etiquette, washing hands, using the face mask when necessary. All this will help us overcome this virus.
Speaking of education, and this is what we'll end with, what about the staff of the hospital? The last time we had a conversation on the Super Morning Show, you described the situation as malicious panic. Is there an improvement in staff's reaction to the possibility of a corona case?
That's why, as I said, readiness measures improve over time, and we learn from our mistakes. And right now, I can tell you that the awareness have increased significantly, and actually the fundamental fear was not as a result of the fear of the virus or lack of information. It is a deep sense of you having what it takes to fight it. Do you have the PPE? Do you have the protection? Korle Bu staff are wild. Korle Bu staff can face anything. It's just that when they feel that they don't have adequate protection, that is when you see matters of that nature.
Do they have the adequate protection now? You were telling us earlier that you are currently doing stockpiling.
Right. So we have deployed first level preparation, personal protective equipment to all the departments. So if there is any suspected case anywhere, all departments have what it takes now to dress up properly. For an individual to dress up properly and address the situation.
How many across the hospital?
Well, we had some on our own. I mean, from previous experience.
The Ebola time.
And then the national government gave us 100. That is not adequate, but we hope that new stock will arrive in very soon. What we are doing now is to take total stock of all that we have and go to the next level of distribution, so that we do not use our essential bullets, firing in the air only for the real enemy to come, and we are totally so. The stock taking is to carefully titrate the amount we release vis-a-vis the threat and risk assessment.
So at the moment, can we say that these 100 PPEs are the ones available for the medical staff to access?
And more.
Okay.
And the first phase we have released from our stocks. So we had around 150 to 200. That is between 50 to 100 from our main stores, and then the 100 given by the national government in February, end of February. So that together went as the first phase. We are now taking the stock to move. We normally pre-position them to sites depending on the threat. So we don't have wastages and people tampering with it. Yeah, it's well calculated and done. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And that's Dr. Philip Amo, who's Director of Public Health at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And a quick summary of some of the points he raised. Number one, there's a new epidemic disease treatment center which is under construction. It will be completed in a month. There's a 4-bed facility currently available this morning for isolating persons who may be infected with coronavirus. That is being done currently as we speak. And he also said that there are about a little over 150 personal protective equipment which are being distributed to the healthcare personnel, so that when a suspected case is reported, they are ready to deal with it. Those are some of the quick points that he raised. He also made an interesting observation about the behavior of the virus itself and when it's breathed out by an infected person. But let's go to the Ridge Hospital now. Kojo spoke to the medical director for that hospital. Now, Ridge is one of the designated centers for treating coronavirus in the country. He observed the systems. Let's hear what came up.
So we are at pains to bring this information to attention of the public, that they are so safe to come to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital to receive routine services that we interfere with our routine services.
Okay. Now, is that something that you tend to inform your patients about when they come here? Do you have patients asking how safe this place is?
To tell you the truth, a couple of my own patients, I am an obstetrician, gynecologist, I deliver women. A couple of pregnant women ask me, so doctor, is it safe for me to come and deliver here with this disease? And I assure them that by no means is the place any close. And so after I've shown you the area where it is located, you appreciate that fact, that it is far removed from routine service delivery areas of the hospital.
Right.
The temperature is high. Yeah, unfortunately, this place is a very well-designed center. Each of the patients has his own area of to stay. It's self-containing, and you have your bed. You have the necessary gadgets in the room to monitor you. You have a hand sanitizer. You have your own washroom, your bath, and then your sink where you can wash your hands. Unfortunately, we have the capacity is such that we can take only maximum of 4 persons at a time. So that is one of the drawbacks. of this center. It is well designed, and the environment is perfect. The isolation is so good from the main part of the hospital, but the capacity is small. That is 4.
How many patients do you have there at the moment?
Currently, to the best of my knowledge, about 2 patients are there currently.
Okay.
Yes.
What can you tell us about those patients?
Well, they are generally doing well. They are being kept there more for the purposes of isolation to minimize contact with other people. That is the main reason, not that they are particularly sick. No, we are not even giving them any major treatment, but basically for the purpose of isolation, so that they don't contact more people and create more problems.
Are they better now than they were when they came in?
One of them is better. The other one was not bad when he came, and is still like that. One who had a temperature is now far better than she came in.
Okay, so that's 1 male, 1 female.
Yes.
Okay, which of the cases, can you tell us which of the cases the public is aware about that you are keeping here?
Actually, we are not allowed to give any details unless it comes from Ghana Health Service headquarters. The headquarters itself, when they feel that there is a critical information that they can give to the public concerning particular patients, they are the ones who are mandated, because we want to avoid confusion in the minds of the public. And so, as you can see, even Ghana Health Service is not the one who is communicating. It's the minister, the honorable minister himself, together with the Minister of Information. They are in charge. Well, our job is to gather information sent to the headquarters, and their job is to do the communication.
So how many staff do you have looking after the patients you have at the moment?
Currently we have 2 nurses there, and they are the disease control officers. They are also around on duty currently.
Any doctors?
We have doctors too. They are not there physically, but they are on call. They are around. They are around the environment.
So at the moment, would you say that they have everything they need to manage these 2 cases?
Yes, they have. We have everything we need to manage those 2 cases, but things can easily run out, and so we do know that our superiors within the Ghana Health Service headquarters are working around the clock to get the additional logistics that are needed. Those other logistics that are within the domain of the hospital too, we are also working hard to make sure that those other logistics are provided, so that the place will run continuously. What we have been able to achieve so far, for the past 1 week or so, we've been running the place continuously. So at any point in time, there are staff who are working. The way that we have a patient or not, there are staff, because we can have a situation where middle of the night a patient is rushed in there, maybe a case is rushed into that center. So we must always have a staff. So that is one thing that we've been able to achieve at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. We have a continuous presence of staff.
Now, the capacity is 4.
Yeah.
And contact tracing is going on
Yes.
for the cases, the 6 cases that have been identified across the nation.
Yes.
So if this contact tracing yields more positive cases, what happens after your 4th admission? What happens next?
As you know, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital is not the only designated center. Tema General Hospital is also a designated. They have more beds. They also have a little bit more beds than us. Our advantage is the presence in the middle of the city. They are on the side, but they have more beds. So if Ridge is overwhelmed, they are there. And government, as you heard earlier on, government is working, or the Ministry of Health is working hard to identify other facilities that can be used. Eventually, the plan is to designate the Greater Accra Regional Hospital Isolation Center because of the good design for treatment of severe cases, while the mild cases can either be held at home or be transferred to any of the other designated centers.
Right.
Yes.
Do you have a designated or dedicated ambulance?
Yeah, that is the way we should go eventually. But what happens is that for now, other ambulances are used to bring the patients, and then they are disinfected, or they are treated to make sure that any infection is cleared before they are ready to be used again. That is if we know that they are used to convey a confirmed case.
Okay. Do the patients get visitors?
We don't allow them to get visitors. We don't even allow their family members to bring them food from the house. So we provide, the hospital itself provide for their feeding. We provide feeding from our canteen to the staff, because we don't want a situation where a family member will come, a family member who hasn't got any this thing will come and having to pick something from here. So we once you bring the person here, you give We will continue the testing until it's negative, then we can release it back to your family. This is the national protocol. We are only abiding by the national protocol.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Emmanuel Srofenu is Medical Director for the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. You heard him give Kojo an important update on two of these persons who are infected with coronavirus and are being treated at the Ridge Hospital. He also briefed us on the work that Ridge Hospital is doing, and very important information for you. If you are going to Ridge Hospital and you don't have coronavirus, you just want to see the doctor. It's very important that you go with a calm, clear mind and you don't panic at all. Remember, we are not panicking, we are taking precautions. It's 12 minutes past 9. Like I said earlier, Winston went to the East Hospital. He has an interesting account of what happened there. Winston, you tell us that when we come back. And of course, a bit later in the show, we'll speak to Dr. Patrick Aboagye, who heads the Ghana Health Service, to answer all the questions you would have about coronavirus and our preparedness. Stay with us.
In a world where everything is changing around you, sometimes you need to turn to someone you can trust. You want to move with a change in safe hands, and we are here to help. At Societe Generale Ghana, we understand change because we have transformed and evolved. No matter how our name may change, 43 years of retail and corporate banking expertise never changes, ensuring stability and trust. Digital innovation as the world moves forward to help you adapt, upgrade, and keep up. Bank with Societe Generale Ghana and enjoy doing your banking your way, whenever you choose. In our digital zones with cutting-edge digital banking products and quality services, you deserve a better bank and great rewards. We agree, the world only moves because you make it move. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Ghana, do you know the strength of 7 C's?
7 C's means strong.
Immunity, because it's rich in vitamins A and D, which help to support your immune system.
7 C's means strong.
Hair, skin, bones, and teeth, because vitamins A and D support you on the inside and also help you look great on the outside.
7 C's means strong.
Heart, brains, and eyes, because it includes omega-3, which helps to ensure they function properly.
7 C's help
to build strong families, because it is the cod liver oil trusted by generations. 7 C's cod liver oil. Find this in stores and pharmacies today. Imported and distributed by Ernest Chemist Limited. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, Bra Kofi, your ceiling be smooth, bright and fine, Papa.
That's an understatement. It dey blink like 80 carats white gold. This be Interface plasterboard ceilings. Smooth, bright, and long-lasting. Everybody where they come here, they fill up. Where they direct them go Interface Limited for world-class quality.
If you're involved in new property development, renovation, or decoration, the right place for you is Interface Limited. Call us on 0274-999999 or visit our website at www.interfacelimited.com.
Multi TV, in collaboration with Syndicated Capital, brings you the 25th anniversary promo sales for only 150 Ghana cedis. Get yourself a quality advanced S2 decoder, quality dish, and an LMB. Don't be deceived by this fake decoder tool. Insist on the quality digger box. With the advanced S2 digger box, you can get over 150 TV and radio channels with sports, news, cartoons for the kids, and other exciting channels. And you get access to the new Joy Learning channel on Multi TV designed for the senior high school students. The quality advanced S2 decoder has over voltage protector, auto scan, and 1-year warranty and a USB slot. So what are you waiting for? Rush for yours now. For inquiry and purchase, call 030-2242-532 or 050-152-9937. 030-2242-532. Quality Advanced S2 decoder is the only approved multi-TV decoder. Quality we promise and deliver.
Sweetie, I for pay for my ACC and see membership. I'm a school fees too. Erade,
could you the drama king look sharp with ADB Visa prepaid card?
Sweetie, I believe you know my school is in abroad, right?
Babe, Kosovo Kra, look sharp with ADB Visa prepaid card.
Why say everything for look sharp? ADB Visa prepaid card.
Sure, ADB Visa prepaid be the correct answer to online payments, school fees, shop money, fuel purchases, per diems, and many things. Charlie, you know for open account, just walk into any ADB branch plus your valid ID and get one just like that. You go free travel anywhere in the world with them and get your money over 24 million Visa locations worldwide.
I go look sharp and get my instant ADB Visa prepaid. Get your ADB Visa prepaid card instantly at your nearest ADB branch and look sharp. Call 0302 210 for more information. ADB, truly a great and more.
Come on! What? 1,000 cities, a laptop, and a phone from MTN, and Lydia is in tears, and Springboard is where dreams come true.
Career development, financial independence, property acquisition, healthy living, all these and more at the Springboard 2020 Global Convocation. Date, Saturday 21st March. Venue, Grand Arena of the Accra International Conference Center. Time, 12 to 5 p.m. Call 024-9999-555 for more details. It's absolutely free for all, and there will be free buses on all tertiary campuses. Dial *567# and sign up for MTN Pulse today. Springboard 2020 Roadshow is supported by MTN Pulse, Just Be, UMB Bank, UMB Speed App, Digibank, Let's Go, Enterprise Group, Your Advantage. Springboard Global Convocation is powered by Joy FM and the Multimedia Group, celebrating 25 years of media excellence.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
I don't think we're laughing out of like it's funny. Or we're laughing at the. Can you imagine?
So what I would like to do, I don't want to pass a judgment. What I would like to do is I'd love any Ghanaian who can give me a good reason why one of the few isolation centers designated by the state for the management of a pandemic, a global pandemic, would be locked on a Saturday. If I can have maybe one suggestion of a good reason, someone come to their aid and help me understand one good reason why the isolation center will be locked.
Kojo, look. Can I play Don't Worry, Be Happy? You just had got sort of a bird's eye view of what the treatment situation is for coronavirus here in Accra. Winston went to East Hospital, which is not functioning as a hospital for any disease at all, much less coronavirus. We are told that they will begin treatment at the end of the month. Thankfully, it's a support center. It's not the main place. The main place is at Tema General Hospital
and Ridge.
Akwesi Salad says Kojo, it was locked so that no one accidentally walks in there and gets infected. That's okay. My question to that would be: shouldn't the health workers know who has the key at least?
But were there any patients in there? That's the other question.
Anyway,
if there were patients in there and they had locked it, that raises another issue altogether.
The president has set the pace for holistic health for our drivers and passengers, like the Kwansu Project Help. Good morning. Since last semester,
this is
a different one. You're talking about student loan.
Everybody and what is worrying them.
I got a message about Uber, and we need to do some checks. Makosby Anthony says, my fellow Ghanaians, we need to take care of each other, not taking advantage of each other because of the times we find ourselves in. Those hyping prices of essential goods stop. Let us help the aged and children in our communities. These are the most vulnerable, the aged. We've been joined on the line by Dr. Patrick Abuaji. He is Director General for the Ghana Health Service. Dr. Abuaji, good morning. Welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Yeah, good morning.
So since the president's announcement last night, I believe that some further work has been done to deepen our preparedness in the health sector. Can you run us through how preparations have gone so far?
I mean, in response to this briefing, I think it's briefly mainly education which continue, as you are aware, multimedia, community engagement, to educate people on what we need to do to abide by all those things and how everybody must help. But more importantly is the preparation for the new travel advisory, such as ensuring that the Port Health Authority and health workers at the port were able to provide instructions to people on how to self-quarantine, identify those who will be quarantined if need be, and in preparation to where it will be. So those are the key things that we are doing as far as those areas are concerned. Developing, we have materials ready that will give instructions on how to behave. A lot of the work is also being done by the civil aviation as far as that area and the airport authority is concerned. But we continue providing our education, building capacity for response, and most importantly, doing the contact tracing for the contact of the 6 cases that we have found.
Okay, so Doc, For these 6 cases that we have found, which is where you ended, we're receiving some information of some of the contacts that have been traced. What's being done in that respect? Have they been asked to self-quarantine? What's the next step there?
Well, I mean, the purpose of contact tracing to identify people who may have been potentially been infected, isolate them, and prevent further inspection. So what we do is that once we come in touch with you, first to explain to you why we've come to you, we tell you how to self-isolate. We also find out from your own contacts whether since you've made any contacts with any other people, they become a secondary contact that we also need to follow. We ask you for symptoms and signs and follow it up. And morning and evening, you'll be in touch with you, take your temperature, monitor to see that you are complying with isolation. And then if the incubation period is over, then you are out of the group. But if you develop signs and symptoms, we test you. If you have been infected, then we start the treatment regime. So that's what we are doing. And that's the way we do to break transmission so that people don't continue to infect each other if there has been transmission to anybody.
But how easy has it been, Doc, to trace the contacts in the first place?
Hello?
Doc, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Great. I was asking, did we face any difficulties with tracing the contacts of these 6 persons?
Yes, there are some difficulties. Some of them difficult to locate them, but I can say that a significant number within a short time has been reached. And the team is still in the field working and giving us morning daily briefings to see how, and so far things are going on. Even some of the contacts, because they know, they also call. Then we go and talk to them. So it's going on quite well. There are a few challenges, some of them difficult to allocate the addresses. Some of them may not understand the reason, so there is some apprehension. But once we explain the rationale, we get their cooperation. Then we go on.
So let's take this student of the University of Ghana, for instance, who is not resident on campus but was attending lectures there. Do we know the number of lectures that she attended? Do we know the number of people who were in those classes? Are all of those people available to us?
I really wouldn't want to go into specifics of people, but whatever case it is and wherever the location is, we have been successful in reaching them, people who we need to contact. And then as we get more names and more contacts, we follow them up to ensure that people's privacy and etc. are protected. And so the 6 cases we are receiving cooperation, 5 are in Accra, 1 is in Ashanti, and the teams are working on the contact tracing, and we've really not had any issues so far.
So we can't say that the contact tracing, for instance, is completed for any one of these 6 cases?
No, like I said, I told you, have primary. If I'm the one first contact, I may have been in touch with my family. They become secondary contacts. So it's going on and going. And we also use the software to be able to map them up and see how we can draw some conclusions out of them. So it's a system that enlarges, expands until we have everybody. And then when we are satisfied, then we can call it off, especially when everybody is monitored until the incubation period is over. So it expands. And as the person remembers someone else he has been in touch with that he didn't remember at the time, we continue.
Now, you mentioned that for some of these persons, you've been lucky enough to have people call you because the people heard about the cases and they heard that they may have been infected.
Yeah.
In that light, we've been receiving messages and listeners have been asking which flights these people traveled on, for instance, so that if there were any such persons who you do not know, they can contact you themselves.
We know if you fill the declaration form, we know which airline you came with. We know which seat you sat on. We know who sat next to you. Okay? And we work with the airport authority, etc. We have manifest. So really, if anybody needs to be contacted, they will be contacted. Or if somebody thinks that he was on a particular flight and he wants to know. If you call the surveillance team and it's one of them, they will also follow up in case some of those contacts that we don't know. So that's how it is. So we have the necessary information to read. But it will be good for anybody who feels affected to call center numbers, and then they will. I'm sure you have the numbers, and then they will be able to follow them up and assist them. Actually, the team will actually go to them. They don't even have to come. Well, the essence is that if you feel you are a contact, then the less contact you make, the better. And so we rather that you stay home and we come and see you.
But you mentioned earlier, and this is something that confirms some of the information that we got, that you've been facing difficulty in tracing these contacts who were on the flights, given the methods that we have now. Could it not be time to perhaps step up those methods and invite the public, given those flights, those specific flights?
There is a time that we define when we feel somebody may have been at risk. If it does not include the flight time during the operation, then there will not be contact. Okay? We define when symptoms started and how many days we need to go back. If it does not include the time of the flight, because at that time the person couldn't have been infective, we will not bother with that. And that is why they have not been. So we have a duration within which the contact tracing is done. Okay.
So for these 6 patients that we have, for how many of them are the flight times excluded?
I think these are technical information that we are working with. You don't want to create any unnecessary panic. For those we know, that is our work. We will look for them. We work with immigration, etc., to ensure that we contact them. So if there's been any effort to do for you, it may also be that you are really not on our list now.
Given the people that you have been told contacted the patients, about which percentage of them have we been able to
isolate? I think yesterday you were at a press conference. We gave you the numbers of possible contacts. We had close to about 180-something initial contacts. As at yesterday afternoon, we had reached more than 2/3 of them. But yesterday they were in the field. So I'm sure this morning when I received my briefing, we would have seen more. It is also possible that the number of expected contacts may have expanded. So that's how it's done.
Would ask that you give out the phone numbers for those who feel like they may have flown with any of these persons at this point, so that we move to other subjects.
If the people don't know the time of arrival, and they don't know the airline, how would they know they flew with the person?
Isn't that why we should know the time of the arrival? You should give us the time of the arrival.
You see, it is not everything that is for radio. Okay, these are people's private lives. Okay, we don't want to create unnecessary panic when there's none. So those are not the kind of information we share on radio. Like I said, we know how to reach them. And you don't reach them via radio. We know how to reach them.
Okay. Right. I was actually asking earlier, since you mentioned that
if anybody calls you, we refer them to call the call center.
The call center.
So, the call center number that we have shared with you, so that the necessary, because this thing has to be, people's integrity, people's privacy must be respected. And so these are people who are trained to know how to give the information and how to connect them to the appropriate people, so that we can find a solution to this.
Away from these 6 particular cases, Dr. Dadzie, the equipment that we need to deal with a possible increase of cases in the country, your PPEs, your test kits, I can imagine that we are competing for the same resources that economies like UAE, which is investing $100 billion in this, or like America, which is investing $50 billion in this. We are competing for the same resources. Would you say that they are available, the PPEs we need to buy, the test kits, for instance?
We have, for now, enough. We will need more. And it's for the same reason that we are doing these measures so that we don't get to a stage where we need thousands and millions of protective gear. And that's why we are happy that the government has taken these actions now, so that we don't have community transmission, and then we can cut further transmission before we get to there. But for now, we have a budget for more. We had initial supply. We actually had 2 supplies, and as and when we need more, I believe that the state will respond appropriately. We are actually getting PPEs across. Initially, we didn't have enough, but we are getting stocks in. But the essence is not to just buy all these things and not prepare to identify and contain. And that's our top priority, is to early identification and containment, so that we don't get into the spikes that can actually choke out the health system.
So we've had 2 conversations in the past. In the first one, we knew that 5,000 PPEs had been brought in, and then you told us that another 5,000 were being programmed to come into the country. Beyond this 10,000, first of all, has the second 5,000 come? And beyond the 10,000, what's the plan for bringing more?
Apart from that, we also had a batch of another 3,000, and we are still procuring a lot more.
So we have at least 13,000 which have been brought into the country since.
Yes.
Okay. Have these gone down to the frontline workers? And how many of this 13,000, if they have?
Well, I mean, this is not information as Director General I can sit in my office and share. What we have known that we distributed to all regions, regional directors and district directors, to make sure those who need get them. And as more comes, more will be sent to them.
Okay, and you know, in your constant monitoring and in your communication with your regional directors, have they told you that they've gotten any difficulty in getting the equipment down, or do we know if at ports of call the patients would have access to doctors who have PPEs?
I believe that is what we are here for, and that's what we do. Okay, that's exactly what we do, and that's what our management and systems are working and responding to them.
We had a unique story that we got from our sources at Tema General Hospital, Dr. Dadzie, where some of the staff said that they tried to access the isolation center over the weekend. It was locked, and they didn't know who had the key.
Who wanted to go there?
Staff members at Tema General.
Staff members like what, Joy FM or Tema General Hospital?
No, this is Tema General Hospital staff members telling us. We were not there at the time that this was done.
They didn't tell me, they came to tell you.
Yes. They told us
there's nothing like that. Yeah, there's nothing like that. Okay, there's nothing like that. So please, let's not start any unnecessary speculation, and that creates unnecessary panic in the system. Let's create calm. We have treatment centers, and they are accessible. There's a medical director there. So if they can't access it, they should go to their medical director. I don't know why they should come to Joy and Joy put this on radio and make it look like everything is wrong. There are very good things happening, and I think we should also highlight the good things and not just stick to just something that will create unnecessary panic as if we are just sitting here doing nothing.
Great. And Dr. Dadzie, we appreciate the work that is being done across the nation, and I'm sure you would remember that in a conversation that we are having, Dr. Dadzie, a number of interventions which have been done have been highlighted. However, Dr. Dadzie,
you don't. You only look for there's no water here, there's no this thing here. That's not fair. As a station, it's not fair.
Right. We simply wanted to know, Dr. Dadzie, with this specific case which we were told happened, is it that you checked with your director and he told you nobody was brought? They didn't try accessing the isolation ward. How do you know if this did not happen at all?
No, this is not something we want to discuss with you on air. This thing is an internal matter, if it is what it is, and the structure deals with it. So please, if you can say something else, let's move to something else, please.
So did it happen?
I'm not supposed to have that discussion with you, please.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Abuaje, for joining us this morning. Dr. Patrick Abuaje heads the Ghana Health Service, and we are still live on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. It's 15 minutes till hit the top of the hour. We'll take just a few messages from our friends at Glyco, UNB, UPSA, and of course, an important message about our healthcare. And when we come back, there's a lot more, including your phone calls and your messages. Stay with us.
What would you do if you have the choice to do anything in life? Build your dream house, take very good care of your family, and plan for a comfortable retirement. Plan a befitting funeral for your loved ones when they depart. How would you live if you knew there was a friend waiting to support you on all of your life's choices?
You have such a friend in Glyco Life Insurance. Glyco Life has all the plans to meet your life's needs. Your child's education, your life savings, your mortgage, funerals, redundancy, and your retirement, and takes the burden off your shoulders. So go ahead and live life to the fullest today with Glyco Life Insurance plans. And remember that all our policies are hedged against inflation. Talk to Glyco Life on 0302 218 500 or 246 142. Also visit our website at www.glycolife.com or any of our branches nationwide for more information.
Glyco Life, we cushion you for life.
Glyco, we cushion you for life.
UMB was established in 1972 as the premier bank for the corporate and private sector in Ghana. From our very beginning, as the only Ghanaian bank serving all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation. Over the past 45 years, we've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products, and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
This week on Joy Learning, Form 1 Belt, Monday to Friday at 7 a.m., 1 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Monday, Social Studies, Science and Technology. Tuesday, Geography, Weather and Climate. Wednesday, Economics, Population. Thursday, Cost Accounting, Labor Turnover. Friday, Physics, Motion in a Straight Line. The Form 2 Belt, Monday to Friday at 8:30 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Monday, Cost Accounting, Contract Costing. Tuesday, Integrated Science, Exclusion. Wednesday, Christian Religious Studies, Faith in God. Thursday, Social Studies, Socialization and Social Environment. Friday, Comma, Simultaneous Linear Equation. The Form 3 Belt, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m., 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Monday, Financial Accounting, Partnership Account Illustration. Tuesday, Economics, Economic Growth and Development. Wednesday, Elective Mathematics, Mechanics. Thursday, Biology, Beyond Mendelian Genetics. Friday, Business Management, Globalization and Economic Integration. Catch up with Joy Learning for a recap on all lessons on Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. For more inquiries, please call 0302 211 688 or 0264 790 970 or log in to www.woloafrique.com to join subject forums. Learning is simple and easy on Ghana's first educational channel, Joy Learning. Joy Learning, keep learning.
Woma Christa, Waya Dumason, Ewa Multimedia Yabrabum, Amasamri, Yenini, Yadari Dutankasia, Ewan Centro Jumedim, Nadament, any free yedium, Aqua yedium, Abedru Sampon Onsui, Nasida, Empire Num de Biarada. Come on, y'all. Celebration, celebrating 25 years.
The countdown is on. A healthy mind, they say, resides in a healthy body. As part of the University of Professional Studies Accra's 55th anniversary, join all stakeholders, management, students, alumni, and the general public on our health and fitness walk on Saturday, 21st March 2020 at 6 a.m. We do not want to miss this professional union of healthy and stable minds. UPSA at 55, celebrating our past, igniting the future.
Accidents do happen. It could be a motor accident, a sudden heart attack, or even a stroke, or any other health emergency. The first steps you take are very critical. Should you be involved in or witness an accident, call 112 for the fastest ambulance response. With over 300 well-equipped ambulances all over Ghana, you are assured of the fastest response to your emergency call. Call 112 during critical health emergencies and save your life and that of your family and loved ones. 112, help will come. 112, we are safe. Avoid prank calls as they can lead to loss of life of persons in actual need of help. Be a responsible citizen.
9 minutes till we wrap up today's Super Morning Show on Joe 99.7 FM. The phone lines are open on 0302-216-541, 0244-340-437. Call us. You've heard about our observation. You've heard the Ghana Health Service. You've heard the Ghana Water Company. We've been answering your questions. Call us and tell us what you think about our level of preparedness now. Whether or not you feel safe. Are you informed enough? Do you have any further questions? Call us 0302-216-541, 0244-340-437. Before my first caller comes in, Ghana, you inspire us. In the beginning, children in her community used to walk to school. Today, not only are her bamboo bikes making it easier for children, Bernice Dapa employs many women as well. Ghana, in APSA, this is Africanacity. Africanacity is our inspiration behind who we are and what we do. It's our commitment to helping people find a way to get things done. We love Africanacity. To find out more, visit apsa.com.gh. And Malcolm is happy to introduce his 44th store located at Frafraha Foster Home Junction. Our fully air-conditioned store will be open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. from Monday to Saturday and 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. The Malcolm store has over 25,000 products. Visit our new branch today and enjoy an amazing shopping experience. Terms and conditions apply. Malcolm, where Ghana shops. Now, Toyota Ghana Company Limited is offering a special package on every Toyota Yaris you buy from them for the purpose or for the purchase of every Toyota Yaris 1.3 liter or 1.5 liter from Toyota Ghana. You get either a mega discount on price, free fuel, or 1 year free service with manufacturer's warranty of 3 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Visit any of our branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takwa, or Takrady, or call 0302 910 204 0302 910 204. Toyota Ghana Company Limited is proud to be associated with Joy FM, Joy News, Arrive Alive Safety Tips on the Super Morning Show. Toyota, superior quality. 0302-216-541. Give us a call. 0302-216-541, 0244-340-437. You know about the Bedrock 3 before 3? It's Bedrock Insurance telling you that where you have claims up to 3,000 Ghana cedis reported before 3 p.m. will pay the claims on the same day. Wow. Bedrock Insurance, protecting the things you truly value. Bedrock, of course, is proud to be associated with the Joy FM Joy News Arrival Live Road Safety Tips on the Super Morning Show. Text messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by Glyco Travel Insurance Policy. Glyco will cushion you for life, and Afrodan, your back must last you a lifetime. This year, 2020, turn to Glyco Life, which has 34 years proven track record of paying claims. Glyco Life cares for you, which is why we have enhanced our personal line of products to help you, to provide you with even greater value and benefits. There's the Glyco Enhanced Life Savings Plan, the Glyco Premium and Ideal Funeral Plan, the Glyco Critical Illness Plan, the Glyco Enhanced Education Endowments Plan, and you can call us on *45426 or 020-2222-113, and they will assist pushing you for life. My first caller is Isaac James from Medina. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Isaac.
Yeah, good morning, Dadzie. How are you?
I am blessed. Isaac, you're on air.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say that I'm in the public transport right now, and nothing absolutely has changed. The same practice, the same compact nature of how people are packed into the transport. It's the same. No, like any hygienic conditions have changed, like how they practice. I mean, it is the same thing.
Isaac, it's a matter of concern. Thank you very much for calling us. Selom is on the line from Jamestown. Good morning, Selom.
Yeah, good morning.
Selom, let's hear you.
I thought that the Minister of Health and the Director of Health Services, all of them said that they were ready to contain this disease and so on and so forth. Why is it spreading all along? If you put yourself like you are an owner of a private school right now, and you have to pay your workers and all this kind of thing, just about 3 weeks to write exams, and then you vacate. You have bought fresh food and all these things, and then to provide for children and all these things going to rot and all these kind of things. How do you do? For the public sector, they know they can pay their workers. But for the private schools that they are closing down right now, is government going to extend some help to the private schools so that their workers and so on and so forth, they can be able to pay their at the end of the month and so on and so forth until they leave the bank? Some of these things, when they want to do it, they should consider the two aspects before they implement this kind of thing.
Isaac, thanks so much for calling us. That was Selom, pardon me. Thanks so much for calling us from Jamestown. Poncho is on the line from Winchi. Good morning, Poncho.
Daniel, good morning. How are you?
I am blessed, bro. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for the opportunity this morning. We are all sad Ghanaians. We are thinking about this virus in Ghana here, but it's very serious. As we already know, anytime you have to be clean, you understand me, as we said, maybe you come to a wake where people are living together. After that, you have to get the soap to wash your hands. But what I'm thinking about, the students, all good weeks. But what do we say? It's a president who is giving that issue. So we can't do nothing. The only thing we have to pray.
Poncho, thanks so much for calling. There's really nothing we can do about it.
they wish a uniform. Too much class when she put it on me. Got me feeling like a unicorn. Wow. Animal be the soda. Fresh melanin girl, be like you from Volta. She said make I take her to the altar. She said make I do the play. I'm running in your drug bar. What will be that? I was blind, now you make I see the future. Baby, take a picture. Make I put on Insta, put on Twitter. Make I show them definition of a diva. What? Your back like blood dish. Go, go. Put away some rotation. Gaga. On points like punctuation. Baby, you deserve a standing ovation. No matter.
Although I ego, baby, I never see your